There are things God can't do. When we say God can do anything, we say that God can do anything that is possible. He cannot make a square circle. He cannot make a world so big or a rock so big he can't pick it up. That is things that aren't possible. He cannot do things that are logically impossible. And he cannot do things that are outside of his character. What are some things that God cannot do that are outside of his character? Huh? Hate. He cannot hate that which he loves. If you're using it at the same time in the same relationship. Cannot lie.
Good.
Cannot murder whenever it's breaking one of the commandments. He might be able to destroy in hell based upon righteous judgment, but he can't murder. He can't sin.
Good.
Can't change.
Good.
Can he one day just get really upset and say, this is God's business, it's for the birds? Like in that movie, what's the movie where he gives it over to
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. He gets sick of being God and he says, you be God for a little bit. God can't do that. You can't give up the eternality, otherwise you would never have been God to begin with, because you would have a change in your person. So just take comfort in that. There are things God can't do. He can't go back on his word. He cannot lie. It's impossible. It's not something he chooses not to do and says, I hope I stick with this, and I hope I don't break this promise, and then one day he does and he's like, I thought I wasn't going to be able to lie. He can't. You can't, like Paul says, whom no eye has seen nor can see. Why? Because this transcendent essence cannot change who he is. Yes? In verse in Acts says nothing is impossible for God. Is it impossible for God to lie, though? So in that, we would have to say that probably it means nothing is impossible that is actually possible, right? So I would stick with that because, again, he cannot make a square circle. Either the circle turns into a square or the square turns into a circle. There's no such thing as it staying four sides and being a circle at the same time.